Hey everybody, Dave Nasty here at Next Level Guitar. How you doing? We're gonna have a really fun Inspired By lesson today. This is gonna be cool. We're gonna do some shreddy stuff, and this guitar player really carries the torch these days for some things that are really strong and rooted in tradition. Some of these things we've covered on this site, but not quite this way, so it'll be kind of fun even for myself to revisit some of the old material. Come along, people. Hey everybody, here's your moment of zen. All you need to do is click on that link that you see below in that YouTube text box. What do you get if you click on that link? It's just right there below, again, in that YouTube text box. You're going to get some free information that's not available on YouTube, and you get a great chord book that has diagrams of scales, and as I mentioned, chords, and all kinds of things that you need in your everyday playing. These are things that you get for free if you click on that link. That's all you got to do. Let's do this. We're going to focus on some sweep picking and some alternate picking, and we're going to stay diatonic to the key of G. Let's go for it. We're going to start with the D Mixolydian scale shape to work some of these patterns out of, and that scale shape looks like this. So obviously we've got a nice distorted tone. It helps if you have a bit of sustain maybe added to the sound, or just a high amount of gain, because you want your notes to last as long as possible. So let's focus on the D and the G strings, and let's focus on a pattern that slowly looks like this. Now, as I said, these are all kind of spins on things that have been rooted in tradition, and when you take this is something that I've talked about on the site, and a lot of people have talked about these kind of patterns, so we're going to expand on that. But breaking that down for anybody that hasn't seen that material, that's just working this alternating motion and grabbing my F sharp, staying to the scale, and whipping through the pattern. So that's no big deal. And then we have this that we're going to do afterwards. Again, another classic kind of oriented lick. A lot of people do these patterns. Great in scale in various places of the guitar. What I think is cool is what he added to this in a solo, and I thought this was really awesome because it's a lot now on one string. We have that, we have that, then we have this. And that's cool to practice all into itself. And we're going to take this in a cool descending fashion in a moment, but when we put all that together and you hang in one spot, you got a pretty wicked lick. You can take this into a couple of places within the scale shape, and it's very, very effective. You can do this on the low string and or the high string, and if you stay to the scale, you're in the money. So we have... I'll play that one more time. We have... There we go. Here I'm warming up as we do this. There it is. We like this pattern. It's so effective. Now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of reverse it. We're going to go like this. We're going to get going. And we're going to work this guy into the mix. Now that's really fun because you're kind of doing almost this inside or economy type motion, and this is a big thing within his style when he's maybe going in a descending direction. So I'm going to start with a downstroke into an upstroke. And some people find this more comfortable to start with an up, putting that E note right there with a down. But what's cool about this and what's more effective is this inside type motion. Up. And you can work through the scale kind of that way. So if we go, I can take it to the next portion of the scale, still staying on 10, 12, and 14. And I'm working this direction kind of decent. And it's just a lot of fun. We're getting kind of ridiculous with this, but let's try to slowly put these two ideas together. And from an alternate picking point of view, you'll have a couple new patterns to do that are inspired by this player. So we have... There we go. The other pattern. kind of work it in that descending direction. So these are things you can try on other strings. Let's see how I'm warmed up for this. We're going to go here, and then we'll work our descending. Really cool picking patterns that we can mess around with. Again, we can diatonically move these in other scale shapes. So if you're comfortable with your scales in the key of G, you can put these in any scales. And more importantly, you can go to the website and check out all those cool information on scales, or all the cool information we have on scales.